Now, austerity in the EU is not only affecting Greece, but it's also being felt in neighboring Spain. Increased inequalities between the rich and poor have left some of the country's most vulnerable out in the cold. Some 6 million Spaniards cannot pay their electricity bills. And the recent death of an 81-year-old woman after her apartment caught fire has sparked outrage in Spain. Jaime Velazquez reports.
Ivan was a construction worker until he was laid off midway through Spain's economic crisis. He now lives in a small flat with his wife and 4 children. It's a struggle day in, day out to keep that roof over their heads.
In this neighborhood, we are working people, heads of family who have had the money, and suddenly they have nothing. They have reached a point where they are about to be evicted from their homes.
Ivan barely manages to pay the rent and is left with nothing to pay the bills with. So like many other houses in the block, he has connected his home to the grid illegally.
I cannot pay. They cut my electricity because I had a 300 euros debt with the electrical company until I managed to plug it back myself.
But this winter may yet be the coldest in Ivan's life, as the landlord is now threatening to flick the switch.
We would not be able to cook, to clean, wash ourselves. It would be a very serious problem for the kids.
Right behind me in these apartment blocks in Parla, around 1,000 people are living without proper access to electricity. The buildings were sold to an investment fund during the economic crisis, and now the residents are unable to pay for the electricity bills. Around 6 million people in Spain are believed to be in the same situation, a situation that is even costing lives.
A defective gas heater recently killed an old woman in Barcelona and spilled protesters onto the streets. Unofficial statistics suggest energy poverty in Spain kills around 7,000 people like her each year. Electricity costs 42% more than it did in 2008, and many families simply cannot afford to keep warm.
In a Western country, it is unacceptable that people are at a risk of energy poverty and have to spend the whole winter without being able to switch on the lights, a heater, or a stove.
The issue has even reached the Spanish parliament.
It's shameful that in our country there are former ministers sitting on the boards of energy companies that are cutting the electricity and the heating to our citizens. It is shameful that the government is defending the interests of these companies instead of protecting our people.
If we don't look after the cost of producing electricity, we will only create more energy poverty. You're just not helping to do so, and I hope your suggestions on this matter will not increase the price of energy.
The members of parliament have urged the minority government of Mariano Rajoy to put emergency measures in place to ensure a warm winter ahead for the many who the country's economic crisis has left out in the cold. Jaime Velazquez, TRT World, Madrid.